Prologue. Okay, we've done the prologue. Surviving students. Oh! To be continued. You received the school crest present. You must kill someone if you want to leave. My mind froze and my breath caught in my throat as I thought about that. To survive. Daily life. Okay. But for as heavy as the air felt, all it took to pierce it was her sharp words.
And?
So, what are you going to do now? Just stand around glaring at each other? But right, she's right.
Listen to me!
Sometimes, even if you're nervous or afraid, you just have to step forward. To forget such a simple fact. I can't forgive myself. I feel so ashamed.
You hear me?
Please, someone hit me. I can't forgive myself. Someone hit me. Punish me. Kiyotaka, are you good? Jesus, if you have time to yell about it, you have time to do something about it. And we totally need to find out whoever is controlling that stupid bear and beat the hell out of them. But before we do all that, maybe we should take a look at the handbook? It's probably best to check out the school regulations Monokuma mentioned before doing anything else.
This is fine.
True. If we stumble around with no clue what the rules are, something like that might happen again. Shit.
Alright.
Fine.
So then...
Then let's hurry up and check out the stupid rules already. After turning on my e-handbook, the first thing that appeared was my name. So just like Monokuma said, the owner's name showed up front and center. Then from the main menu that popped up, I selected the school regulations icon. An itemized list appeared on screen. It was the school regulations. In other words, the rules being imposed on us all. Students may reside only within the school. Leaving campus is unacceptable use of time. Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited, as is destruction of surveillance cameras. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. Additional school regulations may be added as necessary. Feeling a slight dizziness, I raised my head up from the screen. As I looked around, I saw the same stormy expression on everyone's faces.
Stop fucking
This is
around.
bullshit. What the hell kind of rules are these? I'm not gonna let them control me. Well then, why don't you wander around the school without a care in the world and see what happens? Personally, I would love to see what happens when someone breaks one of the rules.
However,
But if he got punished like what he saw before, I don't think there'd be a respawn waiting for him.
Yo,
Ever since I was a kid, I grew up with my older brother, pounding this into my head. When a man makes a promise, he has to keep it, even if it kills him.
And...
So what?
what?
I've made a ton of promises that I still have to keep. That's so what?
Piece of shit!
So I can't afford to die in here. None of that made sense to me, but you are saying you will follow the regulations, is that it? Huh? Oh, well, yeah, I guess you're right. Hey, I have a question. For regulation number 6, what do you think it means exactly? Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. You're talking about the second half, right? Where it says, unless they are discovered? I was wondering about that myself. It's saying that if you want to graduate, you have to kill someone without anyone finding out it was you. Just worry about following the rules as they've been explained to us.
Such ignorance.
Frankly, I don't want to hear anything from someone who waits for others to decide what to do for them. Well, for now, let's forget all that silly junk about murderers or whatever.
Okay.
Now that we know the rules, let's start exploring the school. True, we need to find out where exactly we are. Is there a way out? What about food and supplies?
You understand?
There are tons of questions we need to answer.
Let's do it!
Damn straight! Okay, let's all start looking around. I'll be going alone.
What?
What? Why? That's a pretty stupid idea, don't you think? Someone here might have already started thinking about murdering one of us. Are you saying we should stand around with them in our midst and make it that much easier for them? Wait, hold on a second. That would never...
What?
Don't bother saying it couldn't happen. You can't deny the possibility. That's why you all seized up with fear when that graduation rule was made clear to you. Am I wrong? But... So I'm simply acting in accordance with what I think is best for me.
Just hold on.
Hold on. Like hell I'm gonna let you run off and do whatever you want. Stop it. We shouldn't fight.
What?
The fuck you just said? Who do you think you are? Talking to me like that? You think you're my fucking dad or something? No, I wasn't.
You son
Fuck
of a
you.
bitch.
Wham. He punched me. And I flew back in a heap. It was like something straight out of a comic book. I didn't even see the punch coming. It was just suddenly right there in my face. 1 second I was standing there, the next I was soaring through the air. Now that I think about it, maybe I'd kind of forgotten. The kind of people I'd been trapped here with. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised it led to something as absurd as this. But I just lost track of that sense of reality. That was my last thought as my consciousness started to fade. But before it finally cut out completely. Huh? Where am I? As if it had become part of my daily routine, I woke up in yet another room I'd never seen before. Okay, so where am I now? Is this some kind of lint roller? I guess we're supposed to clean up after ourselves? A surveillance camera. I hate the idea that someone might be watching me right now. What is this? It's a notepad. I guess the school must have given one to each of us. Keys. This must be the key to the room. My name's written on the keychain, which means it must be mine, right? I'd better hang on to it for now. This would appear to be the bathroom. It's not opening. I guess it's locked. There's a piece of paper hanging up on the wall which says, "Announcement from Headmaster Monokuma. Each room's locks have been designed to completely protect against tampering or lockpicking. Remaking an individual room key is quite troublesome, so please make sure not to lose yours. Your room comes furnished with a shower, but please note that the water is turned off at nighttime. Also, the bathrooms in the girls' room include a lock of their own. Finally, we've prepared a small gift for each of you. For the girls, a sewing kit, and for the boys, a toolkit. The sewing kit includes a map of the boys' vital organs. One stab will do the job, girls. For the boys, we believe a strong blow to the head with any of the tools should be ample. Don't think, just feel, and let's all enjoy ourselves." I crumpled up the sheet of paper and threw it in the trash. Holy fuck. Looks like this door leads outside. It's locked. So some of the rooms have locks, huh? It looks like there's something in the drawer. It's a toolkit. It must be brand new. It's still in the shrink wrap. I don't really need it right now, so I'll just leave it here. I think I'm starting to understand. This is my assigned dorm room. Someone must have carried me here after I fell unconscious. So that answers that question. The next question is, what's everyone else up to right now? There's only one way to find out, and that's to get out of here. I rushed out of the room to meet up with all the others, but there was someone waiting for me there. Wham! Singer girl! Little sweetie pie.
Oh, Sayaka? Sorry. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I hope you're okay. Sorry about that.
The music. Are you okay, Sayaka? Are you hurt? You make it sound worse than it is. I'm completely fine. I know how I look, but I've actually built some pretty good muscle jumping up and down on stage. But are you okay? You know, from when Mondo hit you? That's true. I got knocked out right there in front of everyone. I guess I revealed my lack of cool right from the beginning. Oh, I'm fine. That's good. I was kind of worried. Thanks. By the way, what are you doing here?
Actually, I came to get you.
You came to get me?
Listen.
Well, if you really are feeling better, I was hoping you could come to the dining hall. The dining hall?
You see,
After you got knocked out, everyone decided to go and do their own thing. So we agreed to get together later on and talk about what we'd each found out. So does that mean it's almost time to get back together? If that's what's going on, then of course I'll go with you. Good. I'll go on ahead and meet you at the dining hall then. Oh, we've got little signs on our doors. It looks like there's some kind of nameplate. The doors themselves all look pretty much the same. This must be the dormitory dining hall. It looks pretty clean, so that's good. I guess that's not really important right now, with us being prisoners here and all. Yeah, that's true. Nobody was there waiting for us. We don't really have much choice. I guess we should just wait here for now. Okay, let's just wait here. Huh? You heard that?
like I said, I'm psychic.
Come on, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I just have amazing intuition. Is it really just intuition? It's kind of sudden, I know, but here comes a tutorial. Right now I'd like to talk about reactions. You're going to be talking to Sayaka, right? Well, while you're talking to her, some purple words are going to appear. When purple words show up, if you press the Y button, you'll go into reaction mode. Talking to someone about things like this is called a reaction. Make sure you keep it in mind as the story keeps on moving forward. Okay, I like this. I definitely like this a lot. 7 o'clock at night?
You were unconscious for a pretty long time.
I see.
By the way, Makoto,
Huh? What is it?
well, it's just...
I know this is kind of continuing the self-introduction thing, but I wanted to ask you something. Yes. Go for it. Continuing our self-introductions?
We kind of got cut off before, but I had a question I wanted to ask you.
Sayaka wants to ask me something? I wonder what it is. Now I'm really curious. What did you want to ask me?
Makoto, did you happen to go to Blackroot Junior High? Were you maybe in class 2?
Yeah, actually I was.
I knew it! I went there too! I was in class 4 though. Do you remember me?
Do I remember? Even back in middle school, she was a celebrity with all kinds of ultimates surrounding her. How could I forget? Almost as surprising as her question was, that she remembered me. We'd never even talked to each other, but somehow she still knew who I was.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm just surprised is all. I wouldn't have thought you'd remember me.
We went to the same school for 3 years. Of course I'd remember.
Well, that's true, but there were lots of students in our grade, right? Plus, I've never been the type of person to ever really stand out. I'm average at everything, and all my hobbies are totally normal. Even normal would call me boring.
What are you talking about? You're so strange.
Strange? That's... She started giggling even louder. That somehow mysterious smile of hers made my heart grow calmer. Her smile was the nicest smile I'd ever seen.
That's good. Anyway, I'm really glad that I knew somebody here. Talking to you has made me feel a lot better about all this. You're amazing, Makoto.
No, I'm really not.
But you're the one that helped me find my courage again, not any of those ultimate students.
Thank you for saying that.
Okay. And to thank you for helping me out, I'm going to become your ultimate assistant.
Huh? My assistant?
Yep, I'm your assistant now. I'm going to help you as much as I can, so let's get out of here together.
When she says things like that, it just gets me pumped up.
Hey, I can't believe no one's here yet, but I'm sure they'll start showing up soon.
Almost like he timed it, Taka threw open the dining hall doors right as Sayaka said that.
Hey!
Oh, Makoto, Sayaka, so you two got here first, huh? And soon after that, everyone else came strolling in one after another. After a few minutes, everyone had gathered in the dining hall.
Okay, it looks like everyone's here. Time to start the meeting!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's one missing. There's one missing already. I'm trying to see who it is. Wait, let me count again. Yeah. Purple-haired girl. Oh no!
Let's all go around and share what we found out during our respective investigations.
But he would always be the kind of person to pick that out, right? Like, he would know that there's someone missing.
Sooner we find out what's going on, the sooner we get out of here.
Hold on a sec.
What are you talking about?
I got it! I actually picked that up so quick. I did, I'm actually so proud. What about, what's her name? You know, the silver-haired girl. Oh yeah, Kyoko. What about her? She's not here. What? I wonder where she went. Has anyone seen her? But everyone just shook their heads. Wait, so nobody's seen her? Why hasn't Kyoko shown up yet? No, I'm just overthinking things. Darn it, Kyoko. You're really gonna be late like this on the first day of school? Not only is she late, she didn't tell anyone she would be late. A most unbecoming personality trait. You're being a real jackass right now, you know that? Well, what do you want me to do? Punctuality is everything.
You hear me?
Now then, I declare that the first session of the Hope Peaks Academy Briefs meetings has begun.
Makoto, actually, first of all, I've talked enough. Maybe we should listen to what everyone else has to say.
Okay, let's do that.
You know,
Huh? What's up?
I feel like I really have become your personal assistant. Don't you agree? I may not be the best assistant in the world, but I'll give it everything I've got.
No, you've already done so much as my assistant.
Okay, so since you're in the dark about all this, let me lay out what's been going on. Everyone split up to investigate different parts of the building, but... You see... Byakuya and Taka each went off on their own, and so did Kyoko.
I wanted to try and find some clues as to who's responsible for imprisoning us here, but unfortunately I made no such discoveries. That's all from me. Really? That's it? If I'd uncovered anything, naturally I would have more to say, but I didn't, so I don't. Right, understood. I spent some time looking around the dormitory and
Listen to me!
there I made the discovery of the sentry. I found that there was exactly one room for each person. Well, yeah, I figured that out before anything else.
Each door already has a nameplate on it, so I guess all the rooms have been assigned already.
And each room key was attached to a keychain with the owner's name Precision etched into it. Which confirms that the room I was in earlier is in fact my room.
And plus,
And Chihiro and I found out all the rooms are totally soundproof.
your next door neighbor could scream their lungs out and you wouldn't hear a thing. Well, each room also had a private bathroom, which could also lock.
But it looked like there were only locks on the bathrooms in the girls' dorms. Huh? But when I checked my bathroom door before, it definitely seemed like it was locked. I should double check that later.
Hey, come on.
Okay, so they got a bunch of rooms waiting ready for us. They're assuming we're gonna be here a while.
Quiet down and listen!
Well, better to have than not. At least we don't have to worry about surviving like wild animals. That can't be all you have to report on, can it be, Mr. Honor Student?
Got it!
That's all for my report. Let's move on to whoever's next. And we went all up and down the school, double checking the windows in all the hallways and classes. We wanted to see if we could get any of those metal plates to come off. And what happened was... nothing. Not a damn thing. We couldn't get a single one to budge, even a little bit.
What should I do? There wasn't any hope of escape anywhere. The school really has been totally cut off.
This is bad.
This sucks. God damn, calm down. You're starting to make me nervous. We thought maybe we could find some way to communicate with the outside, so we went looking all over. But we didn't find a thing. Sorry.
Yo,
I went back to the main hall thinking maybe we could do something about that giant hunk of metal.
what?
But even with Sakura and me both, it wouldn't budge. We hit it with desks and chairs and nothing. It was hard as like metal.
Yes, indeed.
Well, yes, it is metal.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. It's not gonna be through here. I feel like I could just cry. But no, I have to hold it in. I have to manage my hydration.
So then...
I shall tell you what happened next. It has nothing to do with communicating with the outside world, but it's still worth worrying about. In both the school and dorm areas, there was a set of stairs leading up to another floor.
But there were gates there, and we couldn't find any way to open them, so we couldn't check it out.
In other words, at this point, we are only able to search the first floor.
However,
We can further assume that there is potentially something above the second floor as well. And if that's the case, there is at least a chance it may lead to a way out.
If I am being honest, I can't say we acted as one. Rather, we did nothing as one. We spent the entire time in the gym.
Most unfortunate.
Honestly, we are not exactly the types to go running around a school like a gaggle of junior
What the
detectives.
hell's wrong with you?
What the hell were you thinking just sitting around the gym the whole time? Well, it's not like any of you invited me along. Nobody said, hey, come with us. If you wanted to go with someone, you should have just said something. Forget it. I'd want to go anywhere with a dirty... I beg your fucking pardon, slut. Your mind is as thin as your body. You make me sick to my... All right, girl.
For real.
I don't even know how to react. How can you say something so awful to someone you just met?
hey, come on.
All right, guys, everyone just calm down, okay? All this stress is bad for your skin, you know?
Yeah, it sounds like you two are so close now, you're fighting like sisters.
I don't think that's what's going on, Sayaka.
So that's what they have to say, huh? Then I guess I'm the only one left.
So what did you get up to?
I went and had a look around the dining hall. I found a fridge in the back of the kitchen and it was overflowing with all kinds of
That's
stuff.
good.
I guess we don't have to worry about food, at least.
Sure, for now, but even with all that, there are 15 of us. How long could the food last?
I don't think we have to worry about it. All the food gets restocked automatically each day. At least, that's what Monokuma said.
You saw him?
Okay. Yeah, he came out of nowhere while I was checking the fridge, told me that, then disappeared again. He was so fast, I can't believe someone could have been moving him around with a remote control.
That's...
A weaponized toy that can appear out of nowhere? I can't tell if we're supposed to be afraid or not.
But...
But was everything okay? He didn't try to, eat you or anything?
Eat her? What do you mean by that? I mean, when you say eat, what? Dude. Dude. Oh my god! You're acting like some kind of sleazy drunk dude. Not like there's a good kind of drunk dude. Hey, stop screwing around, all of you. Are you still asleep or something? We're prisoners here. We could all just die any second.
Shit.
She's right. We can't be making stupid jokes right now. We gotta do something, or... A voice cut through the noise, interrupting Mundo. You're all spending an awful lot of time yelling and carrying on. Yes! She's okay! Do you really think you can afford to do so? Have none of you accepted the reality of the situation? Kyoko! Where the hell have you been? We already started the meeting without you! She didn't say a word. Instead, she just dropped a piece of paper on the table. Huh? What's this? It appears to be a map of Hope's Peak Academy. A map? What the? Where did you find this?
Well,
It doesn't matter where I found it. It does matter. You're really freaking us out right now.
but more important.
Never mind that. What's it mean? Just look at it. The building we're in right now is laid out in precisely the same way as Hope's Peak Academy. So what you're saying is, this is really Hope's Peak Academy?
true.
Well, in terms of its construction, yes. But it looks like it's had its number of strange renovations done to it. Renovations?
However,
I don't know all the details yet. All I found was details about the first floor. But then, this really is Hope's Peak. We didn't get kidnapped and taken to some other place. So stupid, it's not even possible. This is where the country's future elite are supposed to come and learn. But if this really is Hope's Peak, where are all the other students? Hey, come on, guys. Let's stop talking about all this, negative stuff. But aren't you worried? Things don't look good.
Yo.
Worried? What's there to be worried about? I mean, this was all planned out, right? The people in charge of Hope's Peak put this all together, right? Man, if I got stressed every time something like this happened, good things come to those who wait, right? So we just gotta chill and everything will work itself out.
what's your problem?
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
I'm just happy, that's all. It seems splitting up to investigate was a good idea after all.
Haven't you been listening? Looking around was a total waste of time. We didn't find a way out, didn't find who's behind this. We still have no idea what's going on.
Oh,
Huh? Is it not crystal clear to you what is going on?
are you okay with this?
It is perfectly obvious that we have been imprisoned in some secret location with no way out.
We didn't want to accept that reality, but it was staring us right in the face. You didn't have to go and say that. I was trying not to think about it. It's very simple. If you want to leave, you just have to kill.
Stop it!
Don't even joke about that.
Everyone just calm down, please. We need to stop and think about what to do from here.
Seems like...
There's gotta be something we can do.
All we can do is adapt. Adapt to living our lives here from now on.
That's...
Live here? Are you saying we should just accept it?
Do you understand?
A lack of adaptability is a lack of survivability. Survival is not based on who is the strongest or the smartest, it comes down to who can adapt.
Actually,
As someone who has come out on top more than once, I have a suggestion.
What?
What? What do you mean?
We all understand that we are trapped here, which means we will be spending the night. However, you all remember the rule regarding nighttime, right?
Nighttime is from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished.
let's see.
So, regarding this nighttime, I think we need to add a rule of our own.
What do you mean?
Going out at nighttime should be prohibited altogether. The school regulations do not actually tell us not to go out at night. I would like to make it official.
But why?
Are you okay with this?
The way things are now, every time night comes, we will all start to get worried and anxious. We will all be afraid someone might try to come and kill us. What? If we have to worry about that night after night, for who knows how long, it'll wear us down in no time.
So you're suggesting we limit our activity at night as some kind of preventative measure?
Indeed.
However, unlike the other rules, nobody can be forced to comply. We all have to agree to follow it.
I see what you mean, but I think I can agree to that. It's like the little goth Lolita said. Without something like that, we're just going to self-destruct.
Listen to me!
On behalf of all the men here, I agree to comply.
What?
Hey, you can't just decide to speak for us.
This is fine.
So, everyone is in agreement? Good. Then if you will excuse me. Huh? Wait, where are you going?
Let's see.
It is almost nighttime. I want to take a shower before it arrives.
I hope you are well.
So, goodbye. So, Mr. Chairman, what's next? One person already left? Well then, what say we call an end to today's
You
meeting?
understand?
Like she said, it's almost nighttime anyway. We can reconvene first thing tomorrow morning.
Do we really have to stay the night here?
What can we do?
We don't have a choice. We can't go for long without getting some sleep. Then we're done for today. Good, I'm exhausted. With heavy movements, everyone headed to their private rooms.
Makoto, are you ready to call it a day?
Yeah, let's go. We are back in our room. Is this really where I'll be staying for the foreseeable future? Oh, that's right. I should check the bathroom one more time before I go to bed. Only the girls' bathroom should have locks on them, right? It's no use. It really is locked. Bzzz. Monokuma, what shit are you stirring right now?
Bzzzt, wrong, not locked.
Holy crap. Jeez, talk about an overreaction. It's like you just saw a ghost or something. What are you doing here? Makoto Naegi, this is super duper majorly bad. So bad it's almost magical. Wait, so the reason it won't open isn't because it's locked? The door just doesn't fit?
Hey,
Didn't you see the notice? Wait, can't you read? The bathrooms in the boys' rooms don't have locks. I mean, a lock on a boy's bathroom is kind of pointless, don't you think? Well, it's not that pointless, I guess, but I'm no expert on the birds and the bees and all that.
listen up!
Anyway, there's a little trick to opening this particular ill-fitting door, and that's what I'm here to teach you. Okay, ready? So you just gotta turn the doorknob, then lift up while you pull.
Yes, indeed!
Go ahead, give it a try. Turn the knob and lift the door up while I pull. When I did that, the door opened without a problem. See? It opened right up. Isn't that crazy though? Your door's the only one that doesn't fit quite right. You're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But looks like you're not lucky at all. Anyway, I suddenly don't feel like being here anymore. Bye! Who's coming to our room? Oh no, it's just the monitor. Okay.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Night-night.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Looks like it's nighttime. Well, we all promised we wouldn't leave our rooms now. All I can do now is try and get some sleep. There's no easy way to just accept this situation we've suddenly been dropped into. Monokuma Theater. Oh no. In any normal school, Mr. Monokuma would be a kind teacher, but when I think about what's coming up, I'm just so full of pride and joy. Our ceremony earlier today was absolutely splendid. Thank you all very much. Remember that you're all students of Hope's Peak Academy and strive to refine your ideals.
Swear to you, I will send you all off into a new tomorrow!
All right.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Apparently it's morning, but thanks to the total lack of windows, there's no way to know for sure. That would freak me the fuck out, I think. I would have to know the time of day. What should I do now? Maybe I should go find Sayaka and we can figure out where to go from here together. She did say she's my assistant now. Okay, it's decided. I'm gonna head to her room. With a newfound determination, I left my room. Okay, so Makoto is me. Yes. Good morning, Makoto. Good morning. Yes, morning greetings are quite a delight. Such an energizing way to start the day. I wonder if he's always like this. Hey man. Good morning. What are you up to? I'm doing my laundry. This is the laundry room, right? Are you feeling okay, Hiro? You look totally beat. Nah, I'm fine. Just tired. Ooh, okay, let me see. What's this? This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. Right now, it's just showing the school crest. I don't even want to think about when he might show up on that thing next. I can't get inside. The gate's in the way. It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder what it does. Basement door? There's a hatch on the floor. The door won't budge. It must be locked. Okay, so there's some more characters here that we can speak to. So let's see what's their crack. Good morning, Byakuya. Huh? Did he not hear me? Hey, Byakuya. Good morning.
Stop talking.
Once is enough. Huh? I'm only here to get breakfast. I've neither need nor desire to talk to you. Now, withdraw. So he did hear me, he just didn't respond. Good morning, Kyoko. Morning. This doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Did you need something? Oh, no, nothing in particular. Well then, she left. Oh, good morning, Makoto. Good morning, Chihiro. You know, we're standing here engaging morning greetings, but we can't even look out the window to see if it really is morning. Sorry if that was kind of weird. You don't have to apologize.
I'm
Sorry. She looks really sad. I feel like I did something wrong. Uh-oh. There's some kitchen knives hanging on the wall. There's a bunch of different kinds. I had no idea you needed so many to cook. Where do we go? Oh, maybe we go in here? I don't have any reason to go to the school area. I need to get to Sayaka's room. Okay, so Sayaka. Who is Sayaka again? Oh, Sayaka. Yeah, she's the idol. Yes. Okay. There's a doorbell next to the door. I guess I should use that. Hello? Good morning, Sayaka.
Hi, Makoto.
Oh, Makoto, perfect timing.
Huh?
Listen.
I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
I was just getting ready to head out. If it's okay, would you like to come with me? Maybe we could talk.
Yeah, sure. Where are you headed?
I've been thinking that there might be something around here I could use for self-defense.
Self-defense?
Well, I mean, whoever's keeping us here could show up and attack us at any time. You never know.
Whoever trapped us here. Whoever presented us with rules for murdering each other. Whoever put us in this insane position. She's right. We never know when they might attack.
So, I just want to be able to protect myself no matter what happens.
A weapon to protect yourself. Well, now that I think about it, that display case in the gym entryway had a bunch of stuff. Maybe...
Oh, the gym? Okay, let's go.
Again?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Come on, I'm just kidding. Seriously, I just have amazing intuition.
Anyway, we should head to the gym. So the gym. Where is the gym? Is this a sword? Oh no, I think it's just a replica. Still, it's pretty impressive. It's completely covered in a gold coating, but... Jeez, I barely touched it and I got that gold stuff all over my hands.
Wow, you're right. Your hands are totally gold. Even just for self-defense, I think it's a little...
Well, it's still better than nothing, I guess.
Hey,
You should take it with you. It might help liven up your room a little.
Think so?
But I guess you better be careful taking it back. You should wrap it in newspaper or something. I don't see anything I could really use for self-defense.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not like you need it right away, right? Plus, if anything were to happen, when the time comes, I'll protect you.
You'll protect me? Thank you for saying that. If I've got you on my side, I guess I don't need a weapon after all.
Sayaka giggled as she said that. That mysterious smile. I can tell it comes from the heart. It makes me feel at ease.
Okay, we can stop looking for a weapon then. But as long as we're here, let's hang out a bit more. I know I said I wanted to talk to you, but now that we're here, I don't really know what to talk about. And I was the one who invited you to come with me too. Sorry.
It's okay. I mean, if there's nothing to talk about, then we can just not talk, right? You don't have to force yourself to talk. We can just, I don't know, stare off into space or whatever.
Stare off into space?
Oh, but you're probably super bored, just standing around doing nothing.
No, it's not that it's boring, it's just... I've never really done it before. I don't have a lot of time to do just nothing.
I guess that makes sense. You're not a normal high school student like me. You've got tons of stuff to do every day.
Hey, this is kinda out of nowhere, but... Makoto, do you have a dream?
Huh, a dream? No, wait, I was meant to investigate. Fuck. I guess you could say I'm still shopping around for one.
Really? Well, I hope you find your dream someday.
Thanks. Well, what about you, Sayaka? What's your dream? I'd love to hear.
My dream is... I've always wanted to be a star, as long as I can remember. I grew up without a mother, you know? And my dad worked really late every night. I was always home alone. I was just a kid, you know? So I was really lonely. But that all changed when I saw a pop star on TV for the first time. She was so pretty, like a princess, and she could sing and dance. But more than anything else, there was her smile. Looking at her smile, I could feel my loneliness melting away. I decided that's what I wanted to be someday. I wanted to give that kind of encouragement to others. Eventually, that became my dream.
That's so amazing, though. You were able to actually fulfill your lifelong dream. Honestly, it's really incredible.
I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant.
You see,
I honestly believed that as long as you kept chasing your dreams, someday they had to come true. But to do that, you can't take your eyes off of your dream, not even for a second. Even if sometimes it's a bad dream, whether you're awake, whether you're asleep. To make your dream a reality, you have to keep your gaze fixed on it, no matter what.
Is it really that tough? Is it not fun at all?
Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. It's super fun. But that's exactly what scares me.
Huh?
I enjoy every single day I wake up and get to do what I do. Everyone in our group is amazing. We're rivals in a way, but they all mean so much to me. We've been performing together since we were young, so they're all like family to me. Without them, I would have given up on my dream a long time ago. To work together and to fulfill our dreams together has brought me so much happiness. That's the thing that scares me the most. If the world gets tired of us, then what happens? What happens to us? Then the dream dies. Those wonderful days come to an end, and everyone goes their separate ways.
She's trembling. She must be terrified. She worked so hard, sacrificed so much to get where she is. She must be terrified of losing it.
So that's the reason I decided to come to Hope's Peak.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, they say that if you graduate from here, success is basically guaranteed, which means I could keep on performing with my best friends forever and ever. While I'm in here, the world out there is forgetting about me. I can't afford to be stuck in here.
She sounds desperate, but I can understand why she'd feel that way. Trapped here this way, the dream she put so much effort into is on the verge of disappearing forever, and that isn't something that can be fixed with a few kind words. The weight she's carrying, I can't even imagine it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to complain. I kinda killed the mood, huh?
No, not at all.
sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Sayaka? Actually, are you hungry? Before we head back, why don't we go to the dining hall and get some food?
So,
Okay.
you want me to make us something to eat? I might not look like it, but I'm actually a pretty good cook.
Wow, really? What's your specialty?
Chili oil.
You mean the condiment?
Just kidding.
She burst out laughing. Her earlier mood disappeared, replaced by the bright smile I'd quickly grown used to. How'd it happen so fast? It was almost like a mask, like some kind of neutral expression. Before returning to our room. Okay, so I put my sword on display. The only thing in my room is a fake sword covered in gold. All it does is make me feel that much more uncomfortable. Anyway, there's still plenty of time left in the day. I really don't feel like just sitting here. Maybe I'll take a look around. I guess I should press the doorbell.
Listen.
You know, Makoto, I'm so anxious. I really am afraid. Are you going to try and cheer me up? Sorry for making you make time out of your day like that.
Sayaka and I grew a little closer today.
Do you think you could make time for the two of us to talk?
What's wrong? Why are you being so formal?
Well, it's just, I guess that was kind of formal, but it's just because I know I can count on you.
Huh?
Having you by my side really makes me feel a lot better. If you weren't here with me, I just don't know what I'd do. I'd be lost.
But that's why.
I hate that we had to meet again under such awful conditions, but I'm relieved you're with me.
Standing here face to face and hearing her say that, it's nice, but kind of embarrassing at the same time.
Thank you for the flattery.
That smile, that mysterious smile that often softens my heart. I really wasn't flattering her. That smile saved me.
But it's kind of strange, you know? I never thought I'd get a chance to really talk to you like this. All through middle school, you never talked to me. In fact, you never even looked at me.
How do you know I never looked at you?
Because I looked at you all the time.
Huh?
I was always looking for an opportunity to talk to you.
You wanted to talk to me?
But since I always had so many people around me, we ended up graduating without saying a word. That was one of my biggest regrets.
But why me?
Do you remember during our first year of junior high, that huge bird wandered into the school pond?
Actually, now that I think about it, I do sort of remember something like that.
It was like out of a fairy tale. The turtle once every 1,000,000 years, that bird once every 1,000.
A huge bird wandered into the school pond during our first year of junior high. It was a crane. It just walked right into the pond.
Okay.
That's right. That's what it was. It was so big, the teacher had no idea what to do. But you led it into the forest behind the school. You helped it find its way out. I should have said thank you then, but is it okay if I do it now?
Thank me?
I'm that crane, you see. I've come to return the favor. Here, let me make you a cloak. Just kidding.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Honestly, though, I was so impressed. I'm sure you'll help me find my way out. Just like that crane. You'll save me.
You see.
It's just intuition, I know, but I still believe it.
I'm going to save her? I'll do my best. I promise that. I'll make sure it's more than just intuition. If there's anything I can do, I'm going to do it.
I believe in you. Besides, my intuition always turns out to be right.
Like I said.
Because I'm psychic. Kidding.
She laughed out loud as she said it. The closer we get, the stronger that smile of hers makes me. I was glad to feel that way. You just unlocked the skill Melodious Voice. Give yourself a pat on the back, you've earned it. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Today's already come to an end, but I swear tomorrow I'm going to find some kind of clue. I swear. So I'm sure that you've noticed the killing game has begun, but there's still room for a little laughter. It seems our newest students, already so filled with despair, still have some hope of escape. So when will it begin? When will their hope begin to die? Is it time yet? Is it time?
Heart-pounding excitement.
What's up, Monokuma?
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
What should I do today? Yeah, I think I'm going to talk to Kyoko, actually. Kyoko's kind of quiet. Who set this all up? And why did they choose us? There are so many mysteries. Should I talk to Kyoko for a while? I'm in no position to tell you what to do. You're free to do as you wish, right? But I have my own way of doing things. I joined Kyoko while she searched the school. We didn't say anything to each other. Kyoko and I grew a little closer today. Are you scared, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Being trapped in a place like this. Who wouldn't be? Of course I'm scared. Being trapped in this insane school.
Correct.
Ah, that's good. That's good? Fear is proof that your imagination is functioning. Frankly, I feel bad for anyone who can't feel fear. Without imagination, you can never deduce which action to take next. But what about you? You seem totally calm. You don't act afraid at all.
Wrong.
I'm scared too, of course. I simply hide my emotions. There's no advantage to be gained from letting others see how you feel. You hide, huh?
Correct.
What I mean is, I'm not as foolishly open as you are. Also, the fear I experience is a little different from yours, I imagine. Huh? What do you mean?
So,
You're afraid of what you might lose, right?
correct.
But I'm afraid of what I've already lost. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I know. She didn't bother answering any further. She just turned around and
Goodbye.
we're still just getting to know each other. Maybe we'll talk more next time. I don't think I understand her at all yet. So we got a report card updated. Maximum number of skill points has increased. Oh my god. Okay, cool. This is good. I really don't feel like sitting here. Maybe I'll take a look around. A little wander around first. Oh my god. Sakura keeps jump scaring me. I wonder what these guys would teach me though. I feel like they would teach me some very useful skills as well. Maybe I should try and talk to Rich Boy. So the only way to get out of here is to kill someone. Interesting. I spent some time with Byakuya in silence. Byakuya and I grew a little closer today. I have a question for you. Huh? You do?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore. So, to answer my question, I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is that I was picked at random from a pool of normal students.
So in other words,
So you just got into Hope's Peak by blind luck. I see. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you with absolutely no unique talents or abilities could get into this school. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny and all. But even I... You seem to think that it's merely an issue of title, but make no mistake. My lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they are all ultimate.
In other words,
Which is to say, I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact. You who have nothing, I who have everything. We are living proof that all men are not created equal. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. I learned one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. You just unlocked the skill cool and composed. I thought that would be very useful. I think the ones that are a bit aloof are going to be good to talk to. I did my best to keep my spirit from shattering like glass and went back to my room.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
The third day here has already come to an end. When will when are we going to get out of here? I'm scared. I feel like something is gonna happen today.
I need an immediate, fast-acting pick-me-up. If it doesn't act now, it's the same as giving in to a regret. What do you think guides the world? Speed, of course. That's why Formula One drivers are so popular. Any idiot can accomplish something if they take it slow. Even a human piece of excrement could create a masterpiece if they spent their entire life on it. Someone who does things in a timely fashion is both wise and admirable. Straight is better than a curve or an angle. Freestyle is better than the backstroke or breaststroke. What I'm saying is, speed is the gold standard of the standard world.
Which is why I said I need that pick-me-up.
Meanwhile, 0.000002 seconds later. Let's see what happens.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially
Good morning,
over.
guys.
Time to rise and shine.
I should have him as my little alarm clock. I woke up to the irritating sound of Monokuma's voice. I slowly pulled myself out of bed. Another night of restless sleep. Day after day, I can feel the fatigue piling up. As soon as the thought had crossed my mind, the sound of the doorbell forced its way into my room. A fantastic morning, isn't it? Taka? Now then, if you'll pardon the interruption. Without waiting for a reply, Taka barged into my room. What's up, Taka? No matter how intensely the stormy seas may batter me, I will not fall as long as my feet are firmly planted. And if you can't do it alone, just find someone to support you, and you can support them back.
you hear me?
That's how you can overcome any storm. I was thinking about it last night, and I decided we all really need to come together. Every morning from now on, after the morning announcement, everyone should have breakfast together. And now is the beginning of that fateful day. Please head to the dining hall at your earliest convenience. That's all for now. I have to let everyone else know the good news. Taka didn't even wait for a reply. He turned and left before I could say a thing. Well, I guess I'd better head to the dining hall. Toko?
What's your problem?
What? Oh, I was just wondering what you were doing here. We should probably head to the dining hall, right? I know. I just need to prepare myself mentally. Prepare herself? What is she talking about? I'm so nervous. What's she so nervous about? Well, that was weird. Makoto, can any of you guys get a freaking clue? My mascara's totally clumpy. I don't want anyone to see me this way. But Taka came and woke me up. What a dick. You look just the same as yesterday to me. As if. It's like night and day. Sorry. Ugh, I seriously need to reapply, but there's nothing I can do about it now. Maybe I'll go and see if Celeste can hook me up. And that's that. We've been imprisoned here, and that's what she's worried about right now? She's got her priorities, right? I'd rather slay. Metaphorically and figuratively. Oh wow, everyone's here. My beloved.
A breakfast meeting, eh? Perhaps it will keep me entertained and make life with everyone here a bit more bearable.
Okay, if I absolutely must talk to you, let's just hurry up and start this stupid meeting. Taka's gonna throw a fit if we don't. Okay, looks like everyone's here. So then, let's begin our very first breakfast meeting. Everyone, thank you for making time in your busy schedules to come together. I didn't make time for shit. You dragged me here. I know I already mentioned this earlier, but in order to get out of here, it is essential that we all cooperate with each other. And the first step is this breakfast meeting to allow us to become friends and build trust. So from now on, let's all meet here in the dining hall every morning after the morning announcement. Well, anyway, did anyone happen to come up with any clues? Silence echoed throughout the dining hall.
Seriously?
Seriously? Nothing at all? Anything. It could be about how to get out or who's doing this. Nobody has anything?
Are you okay with this?
Oh my god!
You are going to die.
Huh?
If you can't stop yourself from showing weakness in front of others, you will die.
Stop it!
What the hell? Don't even freaking joke about that.
I am not joking. Adaptability is survivability. Did I not say so? So, you'd better hurry up and adapt to your new life here.
Have you gone completely insane? Adapt to my new life here? Do you have any idea what you're saying? Yeah, sounds like the girl wants to live here in hell. More power to her. No way in hell am I living here. I'm getting out of here. I don't give a shit.
Sure, feel free.
Okay, so nobody has any clues?
What the heck?
One thing I can tell you is who's behind all of this. Someone who's totally weird and messed up. Why else would we be trapped in here in the first place?
Hey, listen.
Well, sure, it could be anything like that, but for right now, actual clues are... Huh? What's up?
If you think in terms of people who are really abnormal or bizarre, do you think maybe the person responsible for all this could be a certain murderous
fiend? Chihiro, do you have some idea who might be behind all of this? Ooh, okay, she's throwing out sus immediately.
Well, maybe. I mean, I can't really be certain, but...
Certainty is not a concern right now. I'll allow whatever remarks you may have.
You know? Okay, well... Have you guys heard of Genocide Jack?
You mean that serial killer that's been in the news and all over the internet? The monstrous villain who's murdered scores of victims in brutally bizarre fashion. The word bloodlust was left at each murder scene, written in the victim's own blood. Whoever it is, he's like a ghost. He strikes without warning and disappears without a trace. And on the internet, they started calling him Genocide Jack. That about covers it, I think.
Anyway, whoever Genocide Jack really is, he's obviously some kind of super crazy killer.
And if he really is this ultimate psycho, I wouldn't be surprised if he put together something like this.
But like I said, I can't be certain. I don't have any evidence or anything. It's just a thought.
Because help's gonna be here soon. I'm sure of it. We've been stuck in here a few days already, right? Nobody's been able to contact us, so I'm sure they're getting worried. I bet they've called the police already.
What's this?
He's back. The police? You're putting faith in the police? What are you doing here?
You guys, seriously? Do you understand what role the police exist to fill? All they're good for is being a foil, playing against a villain or anti-hero or evil organization. The bad guys come along and destroy them, and that just shows how badass they really are. Are you sure you really want to rely on such an unreliable group of losers?
I mean, come on. If you really, really want to get out of here, all you've got to do is kill.
You're fucking dead.
You're fucking dead. So, Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak Bastard, what the hell do you want?
Mr. Serial Killer Psycho Freak Bastard, huh? That's a pretty long name. German, maybe?
Hey, come on.
We know who you really are.
Maybe if I ignore him, he'll just go away.
Hey, don't ignore me, asshole.
Okay, let's get back to business. Your life here has already begun and a couple of days have gone by and nobody's killing anybody. I thought all you kids were lazy and selfish and here you are working together, but I'm totally bored.
There's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other.
Wait, I think, yes, ding ding ding, I figured it out.
In other words,
All the mystery ingredients are here. Right people, right place. So why hasn't anyone killed anyone yet? That's what I couldn't understand, but I just realized something. There was one very important piece missing.
What are you...
If you want to know, I'll tell ya. It's motive. It's so simple. I just have to give everyone a motive.
Motive? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, by the way, there's something I want to show you guys. I have a little video I'd like you all to see. It's a special video for each of you, showing what's going on outside the school. Here in the school, there's a specific place you can go that has everything you need to watch the video.
Correct.
Good.
Then we can go watch the video right now. But before we do that, I'd like to know. What are you? Why would you do something like this? What do you want from us?
What do I want from you? Well, if you must know.
Despair. That's all.
If you want to know more than that, you'll have to figure it out for yourselves. Do whatever you need to uncover the mystery hidden within the school. I won't try to stop you. Because to be honest, it's entertaining as heck watching you guys search so desperately for answers. So I guess I want amusement from you too.
And once again, he left before we could find out anything useful.
Is that right?
Really, I think we learned something very useful. He has no intention of standing in the way of our pursuit of the truth. Interesting, perhaps. But what about the video he mentioned? I'm very curious to see what's on it.
That's true.
Same here. Okay, so Mondo started glancing around the dining hall, but when his gaze landed on me, he stopped.
Hell yeah.
Hey Makoto, check this one out for us, would you? Because you're closest to the door. That's the rule, right? Rule? You see how passionately I'm begging you? What's the big deal? Just check it out really quick. Oh, okay, I guess I'll get going then.
If Makoto's going, I'm going with him. It's not safe to walk around this place alone.
Yo.
Yeah, sure thing. Then we're counting on the both of you. If anything happens, just yell and I'll come running.
I can't decide if Mondo is totally dependable or completely terrible.
Yeah, I'd have to say he's kind of both. He's not exactly a bad person, but I definitely can't say he's a good person either.
So then, where's this specific place Monokuma mentioned? It must be somewhere you can watch DVDs, but
If it's a place set up to watch DVDs, then where would that be? It's...
a bunch of DVDs. And each one has a label on it with someone's name.
This must be the video for each of us he mentioned.
Hold on a second.
I'd better go tell everyone.
She just ran off. I didn't follow her. I just stood right there where I was. The DVDs in front of me had robbed me of all awareness. I was rooted in place. Next to the monitor is a high-end DVD player. It'll probably play those DVDs no problem. Maybe I'll just watch mine real quick before everyone gets here. I sorted through the DVDs I'd found in the box and found the one with my name on it. Then I slid it into the expensive-looking player. I sat down and stared intently at the darkened screen, and then I wonder... will these DVDs show the worst things about each person? Oh shit, is this our family? I yelled out without realizing it, and my heart started racing. Because what I saw on that monitor, it was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best.
I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard.
This is so cruel. Okay, I like how Monokuma works.
Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
If it had ended there, that would have been fine. A message of love and support. After leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak, it would have given me hope, given me strength. If this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. With my family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to do even better. But here now, it was totally different. I wasn't living an ordinary school life. So I had a pretty strong feeling that the video wasn't going to end there. Oh my god, I'm scared. This time I couldn't even make a sound. My voice just died. Where did everyone go?
Makoto Naegi accepted into Hope Peak Academy, and his family, who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's well-being?
Look for the answer after graduation. So something is gonna be threatened and everyone's going to like be thrust into this thing. Oh my god. Okay, I like how this works. The devil works hard, but Monokuma works harder, man. What is this? What happened to everyone? I started trembling. I have to get out of here.
What happened? Make sure who's safe.
I noticed everyone standing around the entrance to the AV room. They stared at me, faces full of confusion.
What's going on?
They all gathered around the box, and each of them grabbed the DVD with their name on it. One by one, they each rushed to a monitor. It didn't take long for them to react. What the fuck?
This can't be real, right? It has to be fake, right?
As soon as I saw their reactions, I knew. They'd all seen something like what I'd seen. Nobody even bothered trying to hide their fear and confusion, except for her. Even now, she was totally calm. I see. So this is what he meant by motive. He wants to fuel our desire to leave, so that we're more likely to start killing each other.
It is the classic prisoner's dilemma.
Huh?
Let me use an example. Imagine two countries are on the brink of war, but both countries want peace, and each commits to scaling back their forces as a sign of good faith. But there's a chance that one country may betray the other, so each country fears lowering the guard. The result is that neither scales back their forces, and they both end up betraying each other.
Everyone says they'll work together, but in our hearts, we're all afraid someone might betray us. Don't put those awful thoughts in our head. That's exactly what they want us to do. You can say that, but maybe you're thinking that once everyone drops their guard, you can just...
What is this?
What?
Hey.
This is exactly what Monokuma or whoever's behind this wants. They want us to fight, don't you see?
Yeah, you're right. We all need to calm down.
Okay then, maybe we should start by just talking. Maybe if we all just talk about what we saw, that'll help get everything out of our system. Hey Sayaka. What was in your video? She pushed my hand away and suddenly ran off. Fuck, I feel like that's bad. Let her go. I can't do that. I have to go make sure she's okay. I'm really worried.
Then why don't you go do whatever you think you have to? We don't all have to stick around together, right?
I hope you are well.
Speaking of which, I have my own things to take care of. Goodbye.
Where could she have gone? She can't have gone far. I should check around the school. I'll check the classrooms. Oh. She looks like she's seen some shit. Also, can we just actually do a round of applause for my intuition? Because I literally was like, I'm sure she's gone into an empty classroom or something just to like have a chill out. And she's right here. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, no.
How could I possibly be fine? I understand. I know how you feel right now. When I think what might have happened to my family. But now more than ever, we have to stay calm. This is exactly what they want. They want us to lose our composure and stop thinking rationally. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. Because if those things really had happened, people out there would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone. Right? So let's just calm down, okay? Otherwise, we've already lost. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that.
What if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes?
If that happens, then I'll get you out of here myself, no matter what it takes.
Sayaka?
Please, help me.
Her voice was small and shaky.
Why? Why is this happening to me? To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore.
Sayaka.
That you'll help me get out? No matter what it takes.
Absolutely.
Makoto, you're the only one I can trust, so please.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
No matter what, I'm always on your side. I mean, you are my assistant after all.
Thank you, Makoto. Hearing you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I can get through this, as long as you're here with me. Well, for now, you want to just head back?
Yeah, you should get some rest, Sayaka. You still look pretty shaken.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for making you worry about me.
I think after watching that deranged video, I needed some rest of my own. Jeez. Seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in that video might be real? Are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here, but I could never kill someone. Do the others all feel the same? Yeah, that's definitely the biggest problem right now. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Nighttime's about to start, so how come someone's here? Huh? Is someone at my door?
I'm really sorry to come by so late.
Sayaka? Sayaka, what are you doing out so late? That's when I noticed. Her body was trembling. Is everything okay?
It was so strange.
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened.
Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room, and all of a sudden my door started rattling and shaking. Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense up.
It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. But they started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared, I couldn't even move.
So what happened?
After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by, then I got up and opened the door to check outside.
Makoto.
But there was nobody there.
Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do something like that?
It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but still, it makes me nervous. What if something like that happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then?
You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during nighttime.
But that's just a promise we made, right? If someone decided to break that promise...
Why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel a little better? All it said in the school regulations was that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't state specifically which room each person had to sleep in, so...
Hey,
But 2 people sharing one room is, you know...
Oh geez, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind.
No, I know, me either. It's not even that I mind the idea, but... if you don't mind, could we maybe switch rooms? Just for tonight.
Switch rooms? It'll help put your mind at ease, and it's totally fine with me. But I don't mind you staying in my room, but that doesn't, like, concern you?
It's fine. I trust you.
In that case, then... Bing bong.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh man, it's already nighttime.
Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now.
Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys.
Again?
like I said, I'm psychic.
Huh? Hey, aren't you gonna say you were just kidding?
What if I wasn't just kidding?
Something resembling a smile had made its way to her face. Thank goodness, it looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Okay, we better trade keys then.
Okay.
Yep, let's do it.
We exchanged keys, and when I looked back up at her again, there was another worried expression there.
Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to the door, don't open it, no matter what.
I won't. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob, then lift up on the door while you pull it out. Just do that, and the door should open no problem.
Okay, but then the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right?
Oh, that's right, I totally forgot.
But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you.
Okay, well, I'd better get going. See you tomorrow, Sayaka.
Hey,
Oh, and about what I said before.
Hmm?
When I said I was psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive.
Yeah, I know.
Good night then. See you in the morning.
Sayaka gave me one last parting smile, and I headed off to my room. I looked around as soon as I got out into the hall. Everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of life. Good, there's nobody here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. So this is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine. It smells nice though. If I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in. It's kind of weird to dig through people's trash, but I couldn't help taking a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name on it that we'd found in the AV room. That reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video, but it's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. Knowing Sayaka slept on it makes me look forward to trying it out for myself. Makoto, you're just such a freak, man. My room came with a toolkit, but Sayaka has a sewing kit, just like the one the note said, and next to it is the map of the body's vital organs. I don't think Sayaka would like me snooping around too much. I should probably go to bed soon. As I lowered myself onto Sayaka's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Alright. Feeling a little better than before, I fell asleep. Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind. Here you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. Hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
I sat up still half asleep and rubbed my eyes. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. I'd better get going. Oh shit, 'cause you're man. I left Sayaka's room and made my way towards the dining hall. A few people have already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto, and good morning. Can you believe it? I was the first one here this morning. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers, and even the ones who showed up a little late.
Yo,
Sorry, I'm late. My makeup could just not cooperate this morning.
Well, hello.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning, duty took a little longer than usual. For the types with a more relaxed sense of time, most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone. My bad, guys. Slept right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
What? Is it so awful to be late?
yo.
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope. Got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. But regardless, everyone had arrived. No, they haven't. Where's Sayaka? At least that's how it was supposed to go. Wait, aren't we still missing some people?
Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet.
I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schooler category. So for her to be so late...
What?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here.
Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. What's happening? Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. What the hell? Oh shit. There's a keychain on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Oh, she's gonna be in the bathroom, isn't she? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's a sheath for the replica sword. The sword itself has been removed. But more importantly, where is Sayaka? The bed's been damaged too. The toolkit is still inside the drawer and it's still sealed. It's the display stand the sword was on. More importantly, where is Sayaka? Sorry, I'm just looking at everything. There are slashes and gouges on the walls and the floor. I'd better check the bathroom. Let's, oh no, take a look inside. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black. Oh shit! Okay, I'm trying to think what happened because I can see a kitchen knife in her chest. Because we obviously did like a little circle around, right? So when we were in the kitchen, there was like an array of knives on the wall. I reckon we should check that because I'm assuming there is a knife missing from there. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake! Finally! Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up! Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it to do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But...
Then, who did it? Who killed her?
Come
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. I am very confused as to how chill they are about the fact that she was found in his room. Are you serious? Someone killed someone. It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? This is interesting that he's saying that because when we were speaking to him the days before, he was very, very focused in on this whole scenario. Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey.
You're super
come
naive.
on
Devilishly
now.
naive. Hellishly naive. No, no, no. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school's regulations. Anyone, if you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yup, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder, and they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly,
Then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment, which of course means your school life will come to an end.
as far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. So if we're right about the person, they get killed. If we're all wrong, the whole game is over. And by execution, you mean?
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Phew. So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed? What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. This is basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. Wait, hold on a second. You're freaking insane. You know that? A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something. Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this. Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist it till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to get through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then,
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
what the fuck?
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
Oh my god, what the fuck? Wait, so 2 people have died literally just like that? So Sayaka and Funko are dead right now. Please tell me you didn't just call her Funko. Oh wait, what the fuck is her name again? Oh, Junko, yes. Sorry. Did I say Funko? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Well, what the? I don't... This can't be real. No! Hey!
Well, now.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know. But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So,
Etc.
if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body has been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. She just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well, now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you in help of your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it the Monokuma file. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then.
Wait, so then, you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting. Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words.
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think of and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death, which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. So we're really gonna try and find out who did it?
Oh.
So you finally noticed.
Huh? Notice what?
I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
Huh? She's right! Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? I had a feeling that would happen.
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick.
Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene.
Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay here on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem.
Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them, with their stats. They're totally OP.
Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty faked out, but I'll try. I do wonder. I have some suspicions, but I'm not going to say them right now. I'm going to collect everything.
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Is this really happening? Screw that piece of shit, Bear. Huh? Oh, what's going on? We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
Someone got right in front of us. They...
Hifumi?
Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
what's your
You're
problem?
just now accepting that?
So then.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues from a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So.
well, do I really have to say more?
Actually.
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to that scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this here, right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they'd better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura head off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is
It was
very suspicious.
you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. But she's not blacking out right now. So I see through that. I'm sorry, I see through that. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Well, wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me has still been filed with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let it happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. So okay, in the middle of the night, similar to what had happened to her the night before. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. No way. Seriously don't want to die here. I'm begging you. God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. But what about this? The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo,
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
what?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be
What?
building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me. Nobody's
What?
busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Because, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it. So this must be my room key. If I remember correctly... Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something? Now that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating had come off the parts of the blade and the handle. The handle especially is missing a lot of its coating, so someone will definitely have gold on their hands. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. So the knife. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you'd do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It would just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle has been added. Okay. Sakura. Do you think I'm guilty too? I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest will come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible. That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum. That deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Use a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting? Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. The lint roller must have been used. Unusual? What do you mean?
So...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone else have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness has been added. Okay. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Yeah, the water is switched off in the night. So why is she in the bathroom? Because maybe she closed the door, thinking that thinking that the other person wouldn't be able to open it because of the trick. It could have been something like that. But it seems like she got stabbed here. Okay, anyway. I think I'm reading too much into this. I just need to read it. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. The water for the showers gets turned off at nighttime. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Leon? Oh my god, it says Leon upside down. Written in blood were the numbers 11037. I don't think so. That drag from 2 lines. That ain't just a coincidence, man. Did Sayaka do this? I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where did they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. It's from the kitchen. It's from the kitchen. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery on the wrist as well. Where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That's the gold from the sword. And another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only on her left finger? Because she used that to write the message behind her. Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Why in mirror writing, though? I would imagine she didn't want the killer knowing that she was writing it, so I'm assuming she wrote it this way. Because I would probably do the same thing. It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? I have no idea what that could possibly mean. The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end, and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer? There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Wait, okay. Because the boys don't have locks on their bathrooms, correct? So maybe she went to the bathroom thinking, okay, yay, I can lock this. But then couldn't. So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this. Then that clears it up. What? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. And as if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon was found, and I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. Leave the area? Yes. He fucking scared me. So why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. Thing is interesting. This is definitely my room, but this nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Oh, isn't it interesting that you're standing out here, huh, Leon? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Why would anyone do that? Yep, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. Do you really think I'm guilty? The bin was toppled over in my room. This is still locked, right?
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any
No,
further.
no entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
This is stupid. It'll be faster to just go around and ask the others.
You can't go any further.
Cleaning duty. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room? Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge. Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. Boring? Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it. If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate, and then... Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend. You planned this all along. No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if they left anything behind. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. It is someone's clothes. It looks like a piece of cloth, and the shape, it's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said? You said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yes, about that. There can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet. So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? I'm doing such a far reach here in my head right now. There are shards of broken glass shattered around in front of the incinerator. Yes, okay, listen. She wrote Leon on the back of the wall, okay? My hunch was Leon. Then I was like, okay, what if Leon hit something? Like, because he's a baseball player, right? So what if he hit something and it hit the switch? Because, like, I also remember him wearing a white shirt. I don't remember him wearing, like, his sort of rock-looking t-shirt, but maybe I'm very wrong on that. Do you know what that is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's kind of a thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. I'm ready to leave this area. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue of what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell you the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. I knew it. I knew it. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning? It wasn't. I'd better go and see if anyone here knows more about it. Hey, so, did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice neat row. Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knives disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure, you can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, 2 people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right? Well, it just so happens. Forget everything I just said. Forget, beam. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD says Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she had said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, oh god, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls, who had all suddenly collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. Billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. That warning the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? So, did you have any clues or anything?
What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial.
Okay then, do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
Ah, so annoying. Must you fumble around, fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into.
The trash room?
It is the perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there is one little problem.
Which is?
As for me...
That place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf.
Hey Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh? Oh?
What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something?
Sorry, no.
Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry, I just don't know.
Okay, well don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? Hey Hiro, can I ask you something? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball, but it's all smashed. What the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. That means anyone could have found it and taken it.
It's about to start.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered here as the murderer you are. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding the case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when this time finally comes.
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. And so, the curtain on our first case opened.
Now, let the class trial begin!
It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Make your argument evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Okay, so it's why. Okay.
That's wrong. Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yeah.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Okay, he's the first one to really throw blame.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
And she's jumping on it now.
Wait a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our
Thank you,
arguments.
Boo.
Otherwise, what's
I
the
love
point of the
her.
trial?
I love her very
Well,
much.
We can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
He's dead set on
I
me.
don't
It's
think
totally
that's
him.
true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer.
The knife, but where does that come?
Okay, so B quickens the pace.
You did it in secret, when nobody was in the dining.
No, it's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen. Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier? Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
I see.
Idiot swimmer girl! Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Well, unless the person doesn't know.
What if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Yeah, that's what it's saying to me.
Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Okay, so
Did I say that out loud?
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
Oh,
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
okay.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
Yeah, just like, okay, we're in a trial here.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh!
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Aw, that's really cute.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were
If
there.
it's Leon, I'm gonna die.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Oh no.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
So I wonder, did the killer take the sword? So the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... I think it could have been Sayaka. She was looking for a weapon.
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide
Kyoko,
conclusively
I
that
love
Makoto
you.
is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Kyoko is my queen, honestly.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Do I? The multiple times. I didn't realize.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true. Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Yay!
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes, I do. The killer struggled in getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Yeah, it wouldn't make any
But if
sense.
the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
That's a very weird thing to say,
You
Leon.
still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? Bathroom door frame.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
That's fine.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then the killer ran after her.
Mm-hmm.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yeah.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
No, that's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes!
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
I am a smart cookie.
Why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
And it's quite strange that he said it was locked, didn't he?
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Oh. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene in the other crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room. Oh yeah, because the door things were switched.
I realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
It was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Which could be anyone, to be honest.
Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
No, it's too early.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you
don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
This is a good question and something I did not know.
How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
No, it's
I
not.
don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Does that make sense?
Already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
Okay, Kyoko definitely knows something we don't.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
I didn't even know about
No,
it.
I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course.
Oh my
I'm
god,
only
this
into
is a plot
2D,
twist.
so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Oh, this is the thing Celeste has been holding.
Everyone
Okay.
Pay attention.
Okay. Dorm nameplates. This I'm gonna be a little bit rusty on, I think.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yeah.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Exactly. The room that...
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. Plate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Yeah.
Who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person we knew who had switched rooms. Sayaka?
I got it!
It has to be, right?
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Yeah.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Get him, Kyoko. We love Kyoko
You can
very
also
much.
infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
True.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
Okay.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Maybe.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt this.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened to my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? And that's what we need to make clear.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first.
Exactly,
right?
like you wouldn't think about it.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword.
This is what
as a
I was
defensive
thinking.
impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, and they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
So, did Sayaka try to kill
How
someone?
the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
That shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Her palms, right?
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean.
Yeah.
So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Yeah, exactly.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
So, did she try to kill someone?
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why did you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Toko, what?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the room at nighttime. So the water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
This is so
In
fun.
other words, at nighttime.
I am loving
And
this.
the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath, who would have had to have been the one without the sword?
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand?
Oh my
She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if...
So that's why she wanted to switch rooms.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the
Oh
room she was
shit!
staying in. And if it's true that she...
Oh my god, sorry, I just need to pause because I know they're saying really important shit and I don't want to be talking over them, but like that makes so much sense because if you are like, I think we should switch rooms because like, you know, I think this would be a really good idea. And we are someone that like she trusts and she brings a note to somebody and she's like, oh, but nobody's going to know that we'll switch rooms. So when I wake up, I can switch the thingies and then people will notice that one person's missing and then they can blame it on me. The neck.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Oh my
It also
god.
explains why she would switch the nameplate.
Yeah, so she could switch them back.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Because we would have been like mates.
Plus, she was the ultimate... a totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Yep.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
Okay, Monokuma.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
I love Kyoko so much,
If
man.
we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
True. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh, but there is.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No!
There fucking is. Okay.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
What did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. It's her left index finger. Her finger had blood on it.
Her index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
They're not numbers.
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there. So I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Guys, can I just say, I got that first time looking at it. I'm actually so good.
Oh, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
It's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it. Maybe I see something.
Oh my God. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Select someone.
Here's my answer. Key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
So, for other things that we surprisingly didn't get to, in the trash area, there was a glass crystal ball, which was about the size of a ball that you could fit in your hand. He is a professional baseball player, so I was convinced that he threw the ball into the incinerator switch so that the switch would turn on and like would burn his shirt, because we found like a shirt that had like blood on it in the trash room. I was also fully convinced on that whole story arc, so...
Comes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yeah, I also picked this up like straight away. I'm honestly so proud.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Yes, Kyoko.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Of course, it's gonna be this thing.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button.
It's true.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of a button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it that we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. It's how.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
And how would he know all of those details?
And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
So he had a game plan too.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Wrong.
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty, and that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
Key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No, okay, that's the part that's wrong.
No, hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was to throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been that much of a challenge at all for the killer because
I got it!
he's an ultimate baseball
because the
star.
killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then.
Oh, Kyoko's about to throw
Makoto,
something.
Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Okay, yes.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle,
Yeah.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily. And their Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course, the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
Thank goodness she did. That's really what pulled this all together.
She wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
One thing I wonder is, like, did he know about that beforehand? Or, like, did he just, I don't know.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
Ah.
So, Mom, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
Let's go, Kyoko. Show me.
Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed.
Okay.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Okay.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid!
Ooh. I think we got him.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'm kind of sad because I actually really liked him at the start. Ooh, looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh?
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why none of you are any different.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her, and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka, friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying. I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really I do, yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka is being forced to do something like that. All of us. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but as angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise. If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you're so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the Blackened, Leon Kuwata, will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution?
Oh my god! I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom? Did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her, am I wrong? You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder? No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakens within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, Let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment! I'm begging you, please don't do this. No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuata, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
It's punishment time!
No!
Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Oh! What's happening? Oh god! Oh no! Oh my god! Jesus. Oof. Golly. Killed by his own sport. Fuck you. Why the fuck are you all doing this evil shit to us? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark secret society type of bear. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened, happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you've learned all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live together here forever? What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before, when you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered in my ear. Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that. Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now. Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her. That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their moments with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit it. I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I have pretty good intuition. Aww. End of chapter 1. There's 12 people left. Oh my god. To be continued. You received the Despair Bat present. That's cruel.